guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be kind of giving you guys my thoughts and feelings of One Piece from the Sabaody arc to the end of Marineford arc. So I'm just going to give like a general statement overall for One Piece for me really quickly. In the beginning of One Piece, I really didn't care for it too much, but it wasn't because of the fact that, you know, I was just against the anime. It was because of how long it took the story to basically take off for me. I felt like in the beginning it was a lot of story building. And not to be funny, with a lot of these animes that are out here, you kind of get kind of lazy when it comes to the building of characters. So I think that's probably what was my issue. Was like, I'm so used to, you know, information being there and then it kickstarting, where when One Piece was beginning, it was a very slow pace for me compared to the other animes that I've watched. So it was like, you know, it introduced Luffy, then it was like Nami, Kobe, and then when they start building up all the characters from like Usopp and then Zoro and Sanji and stuff like that, that's when it kind of more so started to blossom and develop. But even still at that point of time with me with One Piece, I really didn't try to soak in as much information, because at this point, from what I was getting from the anime, was about this young boy, Luffy, who is trying to be king of the pirates, and he's out for a treasure called the One Piece. I really didn't get the gist of how intricate and how of a puzzle this whole One Piece world is, was probably not until I got to Alabasta, like to be like serious with me trying to actually even slightly keep information programmed, where they're talking about the weapon that Robin was looking for, and then Crocodile, like all. I think that's when it really started, like, okay, hold on, there's more to this than this little boy trying to find the One Piece. I really still didn't know, but it kind of intrigued me a little bit more. Arlong arc, though, was actually where I was kind of hooked because of how Luffy was fighting for Nami. So that's actually what kind of like continued sparking my interest, because again, in the beginning it was very slow paced for me, so it's kind of hard to keep my attention. It took me many attempts to get through One Piece. Like, it really took my friend Angelo, him pressing on me to watch it, because I always will start and then I would stop. I will start and then I will stop. So yeah. So but then when it got to Skypiea, and like that's when bigger chunks of the puzzle was starting to get laid out. Well, to me at that point it was bigger chunks, and I was like, holy shizballs, my mind is blown. Nolan's, was it great-grandfather, whatever, you know, was talking about this island in the sky full of treasure, and then all of a sudden Luffy and the gang gets there. They find out that there's a polyglyph there. Robin can actually read it. This is more of a freaking deeper anime than what I expected. So I think from there, that point on, I started to, like I said, get a bigger picture of how crazy and fucked up this world government was, how just what is going behind the scenes. This is more of a puzzle than just what's being saying, okay, not to be funny. So like Naruto, he wants to be Hokage. Like that was a set tone, and then he was aiming for that. Rather with One Piece, it's like we get tidbits here, tidbits there, but we never get the full piece, and we always get led to assuming. But sometimes when we assume, when the actual truth comes out, it like hits us freaking like an 18, we're like, bam, and we're like, holy shizballs, like we didn't know that. So that's another good thing about One Piece. One Piece is not like a typical fighting anime for me. This is more of a story building, to where you get attached to the characters, you get attached to the story, and then it blows your mind. It's sort of like a mystery pirate story. It's just a whole jumble of everything, which makes it so great to me personally. So all that being said, when we finally got to Sabaody, I think that's when it seriously, like emotional wise for me, you know, the Going Mary's funeral, and then Robin wanting to live, and all the backstories from that point on. I feel like those backstories were sad, and it made you connect to the characters, to where when we hit Sabaody, it's like, holy shizballs, this crew is just, Kuma is just getting rid of them left and right. They're gone. Luffy's here, stuck, you know, by himself on an island full of women. You know, he has Boa, but he's by himself. His crew is not with him, and he's trying to go save his brother. I think, like I said, at Sabaody, it's like shit really hit the fan. It's like, holy shiz balls. This is real. Like, this government is really like fucked up. Like, they're selling regular, people. Not even just regular people, it's people, period. They're just selling them. We got introduced to how fucked up the celestial dragons actually were. And then, as it was progressing, we see how the fury that was actually insinuated. Remember how, well, of course you guys do, when Luffy had punched the celestial dragons, all that fury. Like, at that point, it's sort of like, yeah, we're all pissed off because that damn celestial dragon was like a dick. But when we go further on, when we got the Ace backstory and all that other kind of stuff, we see that it wasn't just at that particular moment what that celestial dragon did. He's going back from where Sabo, I'm saying? All of that pent up aggression, all that anger that he has, and then Robin with the world government, all of this is like in Luffy. So when he punched that celestial dragon, it's just like all of that was like, fuck you, celestial dragon. So it's like, and then from there, as him progressing towards freaking trying to save Ace, we go to freaking Impel Down. We see Bonchan sacrificing himself, and then from there we actually get to Marineford, and then that's when the serious stuff just goes all the way left. And I don't think there was no way in the world that I could have ever prepared myself, my emotions, and just all of that to that moment where Ace had finally bit the bullet, because Akainu punched and magnetized his insides. Like, that was that whole part of where Luffy was going to save him, and the ending of that really destroyed me on the inside. And it really, at a point, like, I'm so serious, you probably could tell because I wasn't really watching and I really wasn't posting. I was really drained with One Piece at that moment. I was literally like, I was talking to my mod and he was like, you watch some more? And I was like, I honestly, like, I want to, because I want to get through this. I said, but I really, like, don't even feel like the urge to watch anymore, because I was so emotionally drained. Like, you guys do not understand. You probably do. Some of you guys, probably felt the same way as I did, but I was so freaking drained to where I didn't even have the urge to continue watching at that point. I felt like I needed to recover. But I knew that in order for me to get over it, not so much get over it, but go through the process of healing, I guess, I had to continue watching and get to this point, which I'm so happy now, because now we're in the new world. And now it's the crew getting back together. This is what I loved of One Piece, is where the crew was together. They were, they all have their different personalities, and they kind of like all balance each other out. You know what I mean? So that's where I want it to go. And it's just sad for my emotions that I had to go through all of that to get to here. But it's fine. I felt like this was necessary. Even though I wish Ace did not die. Even though I hate Akainu's guts. Even though I hate Kizaru. You know what I'm saying? Aokiji, I don't like him 100%. But I'm more on the fence with him because, again, like, he did save Luffy from Akainu at that one time. So it's like, I don't know. It was this journey from Sabaody to Marineford has been the most taxing situation I've been through with an anime series. Like, even the pacing was like draining. It's like sometimes when One Piece is going, kind of like its pacing is like super slow. But I feel like Oda does that on purpose, because it's like we're longing to get to this point. And then he's like, okay, you long for so long, here, ho, and like this smacks it on you, like, I wasn't ready. And then you appreciate how slow the pace was. So I don't know. Oda is a really brilliant writer. His content is just amazing. Like, all I can say is he's brilliant, and how he's building these characters up, how he's actually showing them through the animation. I know a lot of people said the manga is better, but for the anime itself, and for us to still feel the same way, is just remarkable. And for how long these episodes are, like, I think right now, how many episodes is it? Like 800 or 900 episodes left or whatever, I believe. because I have so much to catch up. I try not to tell them the number because then I'm like, I get disheartened because I want to go watch it. But I know it's over 800 episodes of anime. And just think of all this content that he has to put together. I just feel like, and to keep up with all of it, because it's not just a set amount of characters that we have to get, like just the main cast. He even have backstories for the other people. And it's like, you have to try to keep that information in your head too. It's like, there's just no way that you can watch this anime one time and digest all this information that he's given to you, because it's not, like I said, about the main characters. He's giving information about other characters that are outside the bubble at first, and then probably like 100 episodes later down the road, he's introducing them into the bubble. And you're like, hold up, we heard that somewhere. Where do we hear that from? And we have to go back and watch it and then try to like, oh, that's what he meant or whatever like that. So I don't know. This is just, One Piece is like a true art. Like, it's one thing to be a great show, but One Piece is an art. Like, this is just good material. This is makes you think. This is making you do more so things with your brain than any other anime that I may have watched. I mean, if you guys have known any other anime that makes you think as hard as this, made you start coming up with theories as much as this, because I even started having my own little theories and my thoughts and my predictions, because he doesn't give us enough information to where it leaves these open-ended questions to where we have to start guessing and come up with theories of our own. And like, oh, what is he going this way? Or is he doing with this? Or who's this character going to be? And how's this going to play into each other? So it's like all this is making us further think and further. And I honestly haven't came across an anime that's made me have to think this long. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, that's my thoughts like about the Sabaody arc to the Marineford arc. I love the characters, even though some of them I hate. So it's like I have a love-hate relationship. I can't stand Blackbeard. I can't stand, like I said, I cannot stand Akainu. I cannot stand him. But he is a great villain for Luffy and the rest of the gang. Like, that's something that, even though I don't like him, I can honestly say their roles is necessary to me in this anime. So like Blackbeard, even though he's shady and he's like, yeah, I'm strong, and then he's just running away from opponents, I feel like some of you guys had said he's like a true definition of a pirate, and that he is. Like, he definitely is. I love how they have also really quick, the seriousness of some characters, and then they also have a good balance of the funny. So it kind of balances each other out, so it's not like overwhelmingly just bad. We also have like the goofiness, the lighthearted more stuff to kind of like balance our emotions, which I'm so grateful. But yeah, I think I talked about enough about all of that. So also on my community tab, I asked you guys to ask me questions about, you know, my thoughts or anything like that. So I'm going to go up here, I'm going to read them and see how my answers are now. The first one was asked by 77Guy1. At what point did One Piece go from being an okay anime to an amazing anime story? Like I said, I would have to say, as a story altogether, it's probably Alabasta. That's when I started getting the gist of, oh, there's more things going on behind the doors than what I initially thought. And that kind of more so made me think a little bit more about the anime. All right, this one is Arthkan Wilhelm. I think I'm saying your name right. Do you have any theories about the future episodes and arcs? And when will you post your next reaction? I'm trying to record today, so it should be on my Patreon today. And it should be up on my YouTube probably tomorrow. So, yep. If I can get it chopped and edited for YouTube, then I'll post it up same day. But I don't think I'm going to have time for that today. So, sorry. But, my theories about the future episodes. Well, we just finally got to Sabaody. The crew is there. We have the straw hats, the fake straw hats, impersonating the real straw hats. And they already have this crew underneath them, right? I don't think a lot of them know exactly who the fake straw hats are. But I have a feeling that more than likely, when the fake Straw Hats are I guess done with, because I have a feeling the real Straw Hats are either going to take them out or they're going to get captured by the real government or something like that. That the Straw Hats crew that was hired underneath the impersonators, they're going to also give the real Straw Hats a bad name. Either it's going to be them doing just stupid shit and getting caught by the government and they're repping Straw Hat, or what, but I feel like that's going to ultimately either cause a damper on the real Straw Hats, or if they come across some good pirates or whatever like that to come underneath them, which I highly doubt, because he's no Whitebeard at this moment, you know what I mean? Then it'll be a good thing, but like I said, I highly doubt that's going to happen. I mean, they probably end up helping Luffy, but I don't think it's going to be anything to where they're going to be like a mere representation of the Straw Hats. So I don't know. Like right now, I can honestly say I'm just watching it, and as I'm watching it, I'm just coming up with my ideas as I'm going. Can you rank your favorite Straw Hats? Actually, can I rank them like in order of how much I like them? This is hard. Okay, let's do Zoro, Robin, Sanji, Usopp, Luffy, Nami, Frankie, Chopper, Brook. That's from my favorite to the least favorite. It might change, but right now that's how I'm ranking them. What are you excited about the 2-year time skip? Also, what do you expect to see from every Straw Hat after their training and everything that went down? That's from Intrigued Claptrap, sorry. I mean, honestly, I was just really hyped. Because you can see my last reaction, I was just seriously hyped about how they're going to change. Because I know, they're going to change. And I want to see their growth. I'm still excited to see if Luffy's going to show us more of his training with Rayleigh. Because I feel like that's like the biggest deal for me, was him going to be trained under Rayleigh. And then Zoro being trained with Mihawk. And plus, I think it'd be kind of cool to see whatever upgrades Frankie did to himself as well. But those were like the most exciting character changes that I was actually looking forward to be honest. Team Zoro, Team Sanji. Y'all should already know this. Team Zoro all day, every day. Who has the saddest / worst backstory? Alright. See, this is where I am on the fence about. And it's based on the character's personality, okay? I do think Robin has probably the saddest, in my opinion, but it's not, I don't know. It's a tie between her and Brooks. But I say Robin is because it still affects her today, while, like with her mood and how she's carrying herself, while Brooke, he kind of, yes, he was on this boat with his friends and he had to watch every last one of them die, which sucks. Like, I booed-hooed seriously for that. But he kind of deals with his sadness with his what's that word? God dang it. Like, he's silly and he's funny. Like, he's very optimistic and his personality is like more uplifted, while Robin is more like chill. She's always had to live with the fact of looking over her shoulder, hiding from people. While Brooke, he hasn't had to deal with that because he's a freaking skeleton. And yes, he lost all of his friends, but nobody was really checking for him. While the world government is actually hunting Robin's ass. So that's why I probably say Robin has the saddest / worst, because even to this day, yes, other people might have their bounties, but they are really gunning for her. Like, they really want her gone. So that's why I think Robin is. Chopper had a sad backstory too. He ate the human fruit. The deers kind of kicked him out. Then he had to try to see if he can go amongst the humans. The humans didn't like him. They shot out of him. But then he had, the doctor there to help him. And then he found the other doctor. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name because I always messed it up with, and I think that was like Hiluk. I'm terrible with the names, but yeah. And then Frankie, yes, his backstory is kind of sad, but I don't think that he lost Tom, but I don't think it's as bad as Robin and Brooke. I know I probably said a lot, but let us continue because I don't want this video to be too long. Mickey Me, hey girl. She says, quick question. How much have your thoughts regarding One Piece changed from the beginning of the series till now? I'm looking forward to this video. I feel like Sabaody is the turning point of the series. Also, thank you for your genuine reactions. When watching the series with you, it feels like I'm able to go through all these emotions I felt when I watched it the first time once again. Thank you so much. I'm just showing my raw emotions. This is just how I am. I guess you guys get what you get. And I try to hold back my tears sometimes, but how Oda likes to write, he likes to just punch you in the heart. So it just comes out. But I think I already said that earlier. At first, it was very slow and I really didn't care for it too much. But once it kind of reached Arlong Park, it kind of sparked my interest. But then when it had Skypiea, that's when I was like super hooked. And I was like, yeah, this is bomb. Like, this is what I need to be watching. So all of that. So the next question, this is the last question because I feel like this is already 20 something minutes and I really didn't want to be this long. Jose Antonio had asked, did you notice there are 3 empty seats that needs to be replaced with the Shichibukai? Blackbeard, Jinbei, and Moria. Any predictions regarding that? Alright, so at the end of the Marineford arc, we saw that Buggy got a letter from the world government, right? So I think they're probably going to try to recruit Buggy. And I would say for the other 2, I am not sure of, to be honest. I mean, who else could they ask for? What other people could they, like, seriously ask? I have no idea. Like, only one that I can probably say for sure is probably Buggy. And that's all I got on top of my head right now. Like I said, I'll probably watch more and have better predictions later on. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next reaction. Peace.